Baltic holds a special place in my heart. It was one of the first microbrands that I ever bought and reviewed on my website back in the day. And as it happens, when eventually selling it, I made a good friend for life, which is not the first nor the last time this has happened in this hobby. The word Baltic is also the sea that separates Sweden from its neighbours to the east, so initially I was surprised to learn that the brand is from France. To my surprise, Paul from Baltic reached out to ask if I'd like to review their very latest release, the limited edition of 200 each Prismic stone dials. So I had to think about that for at least 1.3 seconds before replying in the affirmative. There is a green jade dial that is meant to embody the spirit of New York, a speckled blue to symbolize the elegance of Paris, and then this absolutely lovely orangey red agate that is said to reflect the dynamic city of London. 3 great stones, 3 great cities, and something really quite different to your usual release. Now, if this was Grand Seiko, who springs to mind to me since they keep pushing out all these amazing dials, we'd be looking at anywhere between $7,000 to $10,000, and restricted to a continent or store. But the best news here is that these little gems with their Swiss ETA movement will not only be available online, that's if you're quick enough, but at a price that is remarkably affordable at €1,310 on the steel mesh bracelet or €1,250 on the leather strap. This doesn't include local taxes, but it's worth mentioning straight up since it is an attainable price, and if you want, you can go and get yours in the showrooms of Baltic in each of these 3 cities. So should you? Lovely or not, you'll get the truth out of my review as per usual, so stick around. Baltic packaging is famously made from sustainable material in cork and cardboard, and that's what we get once again in a slightly refined fashion. It's nice to touch and just the right combination of classy and nature-friendly. Much like I proved in my latest review on the Lorca GMT, the diameter of 36mm is in fact remarkably wearable even for a big wrist such as mine. The 44mm lug to lug and 20mm lug width helps with this for sure. I measure a 9.4mm thickness and a weight on this mesh bracelet of 75 grams. We get a water resistance of 30 meters, so based on that, you'll be okay to show it off in the pool, but no more. So what is a red agate exactly? They are formed within volcanic and metamorphic rocks, and have been found in jewellery dating back thousands of years, and it's obviously a fantastic material to embed into a beautiful watch, whether that is for the extra special lady in your life or for yourself at a more dressy occasion. It's quite fascinating to watch up close and far with the natural lines of light and dark in the orange tones of red we see here. The only print we find on this dial is the crisply printed Baltic logo, which certainly doesn't shy away from a close-up, and the printed 5-second marks at the small seconds counter at just above the 6. A nice detail there is the very subtle serifs on 12, 3, 6 and 9. Other than that, we find sharply executed polished indices around the dials. All applied obviously, and double batons, or should I say swords, at 12. Another little touch is the cut short 6 indice, which is a diamond shape and seems to be extra reflective in my time with this. The brushed dolphin hands keeps the reflective bevels going and also tying well with the mid case of this watch, which is interestingly made from titanium. Overall, I hope you agree with me that this is a drop-dead gorgeous face that will age well. The Prismic has a 36mm case and draws its inspiration from the aesthetics of cocktail watches. Its case is composed of 5 distinct parts. The bezel, lugs and caseback are made of stainless steel and are embedded onto a grade 5 titanium case with a slightly grainy finish. The fixed bezel surrounds a double dome sapphire and shows off subtle finishing differences on 2 levels. The upper part is polished, contrasting with the lower part, using circular brushing. The lugs are polished on top and horizontally brushed on the sides. Strangely, I will this one time admit that a polished and blank crown is a good thing, and I don't care that it's missing a logo, but an immediate concern was, how can I wind this crown? This is a manual movement and that task will need to be done regularly. Well, let's not pretend that this is like using a robust dye wash dial or, for instance, a Tudor. You're going to have to use 2 fingertips here to achieve this, and I'd say that it's best described as acceptable. The grip is good enough to at least not have you slip. The sapphire crystal back, which shows off this rather attractive movement, is a Peugeot 7001 caliber, a mechanical movement developed by the Swiss ETA company. It offers 42 hours of power reserve. According to the excellent resource A Caliber Corner, you can expect an accuracy of about plus to minus 7 seconds per day. And you have some lovely decoration clearly here with blue screws, branding and other goodies. One small detail is that the watches will have their own home cities on the back, so in this case London, and also specifies the dial type. This being a review copy is not part of the 200 edition, but as you can see, your own copy will have its own number. The mesh bracelet is a quick release, signed and just as comfortable as you'd expect it to be. One small detail is that the quick release frame mechanism is almost exactly the same as the lug size. So from above, it looks almost like it's angled to fit the case precisely, which is a nice touch. What does it look like on other straps? Well, let's check it out. Not particularly unusual is the fact that there is no lume here, but with the polished details, any bit of light will have you at least have a sporting chance of seeing what time it is. This review has been finished about 1 week in advance of the release date, and if you're here watching, you're either a subscriber, and thank you if so, or you have just seen the release and now hoping to get some more details of this new piece. If so, I hope you've enjoyed what you've seen here so far. Baltic keeps pushing out winner after winner, and the pricing is still quite attainable, and it's rather difficult to go on their website and not come away with something, or a plan of obtaining a future piece at least. So even if you are unsuccessful securing this release, or if you like Baltic, but perhaps not these very dressy pieces, go have a look and get your wallet ready. So what do you think? Are these stone dials your game? Do you like them but worry about a manual movement? Let me know in the comments, and thank you so much for watching. I'll catch you next time.